His being the voice of the Utes, a lot of folks knew him from that. But Bill was also a broadcast pioneer from the bygone days of early television. Of course, when we talk about early television, we talk about Craig Wirth. You know, Craig, he shared those stories and old film with you, and it sounds like Bill was just one of the good ones.
He was one of the great ones. But Bill loved to tell stories, and I got to tell you, I loved to listen to them. Many were about the first days of live TV, and not only were they stories about doing live shows, Bill had a way to make those stories even livelier. And they make up my tribute to a man who was every viewer's friend. Most folks knew the late and legendary Bill Marcroft as the voice of the Utes.
Over to Matheny, skip pass to a wide-open Judkins. He fakes, he shoots, it's short, but Buster funnels it in at the buzzer.
Or maybe as a sportscaster before that.
BYU quarterback Jim McMahon is the WAC Offensive Player of the Week for the second time this season.
Well, he was a broadcasting pioneer, one of the last of the early days of television, and it's that legacy that he would share with me and the subject of this tribute. He was a U of U thespian grad who was invited to see a fraternity brother almost 70 years ago at the Belvedere Hotel coffee shop.
He said, "Bill, I'm putting in a television station here in the Belvedere Hotel." And that's where it started. And I would like you to join us.
Well, like so many, he had a military stint first, but radio and TV seemed like a good idea, and his interview with Edward R. Murrow helped. But then he took his friend up on the Salt Lake TV deal. Now there was no videotape, it was live. Every half hour, he had to announce the station ID.
I sit in a booth for a half hour or 28 minutes and say, "This is KUTV Channel 2 in Salt Lake City."
All three stations on Social Hall Avenue had someone to do that. Just read the station ID every half hour.
I took up wood carving and I carved a couple of door pulls and a couple of spears and everything else and an icon for my home while I sat there in between doing, that's all I did.
But TV needed advertising too. The going rate for a commercial was $18. Bill would announce and point to a car in a nearby studio.
Yes, it's true. Trade allowances were never higher. So when you and your husband are making your deal on one of these surprisingly new 57 Pontiacs at Carlson's.
Now, one of the big and competitive deals in TV was kids shows. Bill's station had Kimball the Clown. Oh, but it was clown eat clown. Kimball wanted more money. Nope. Okay, so Channel 4 had Fireman Frank and Captain Scotty, and now the clown had walked at Channel 2. Well, no one had Captain Jet.
So they came to me and said, you were in the Air Force, could you do a Captain Jet? Do you still have your flight suit and stuff from the Air Force? And I said, yeah. So I brought my flight suit in, and then I brought the helmet in and everything else.
Well, in those early days of TV, you had to do about everything, and you had to be good at it. And by golly, Bill Marcroft was that. He could MC the Junior Miss Contest, and turn around and MC Miss Wasatch, and return to announce a high school basketball game. Oh, and do the weather on the news at night. These are the things that made him, well, Bill Marcroft, as that was TV back then. But there was more to him, too. There was the night of the horrific airplane crash at the Salt Lake Airport 55 years ago this week.
You're going out to the airport, we have a crash.
It was Bill Marcroft who kept his composure and gave the facts all night long.
This is the scene tonight of the Salt Lake City Municipal Airport. A Boeing 727 exploded on landing at the Salt Lake City Municipal Airport.
It was Bill, the news reporter, who did what he had to do to calmly tell the story to a horrified city.
We drove up right next to the burning aircraft, right into the foam.
So when my old friend and co-worker Bill Marcroft died, so did a lot of TV history die with him. Rest in peace, my friend. You know, I learned a lot from Bill. I realized his success came from a concept he always employed. He told stories on the air the exact same way he would tell stories to you in person. And oh my, he had a lot of stories, lots of stories.
Wes, you've told me so many times the impact that he had, and to a person, everyone has just said wonderful things.
No, Bill was great. He was the reason I got into sportscasting in the first place. I used to watch him. My first appearance on television, 1976 in March, got an award from Bill Marcroft at the old studios that Craig mentioned on Social Hall Avenue, the Playmaker of the Year award. Bill handed me that thing. I still have the plaque with his signature on it. He was great. He was great to me, and I'll always be grateful for the help he gave me.
And the voice of the Utes.
Yep.
Certainly resonates. All right, should we move on to sports?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, the Utes, the team that Bill used to announce for, they looked bad in their loss yesterday. BYU looked good after the victory. And why is Donovan Mitchell so happy?